We did it. We actually did it. We lit a fire under Arrow Video and they stood up and finally took notice. And it's all big thanks to you and your support. Now, if you're unaware of what I'm excited about, then you should know that 12 Monkeys, both the 2018 Blu-ray and now this UHD release from Arrow Video, has a slight issue to it. About 40 minutes into the film, there's around 400 frames missing. 400 frames are missing from this release from Arrow Video, along with some duplicated shots that appear earlier than they should. Now, I invited my friend Demetrios to come on the channel and talk about this. And he also made a video detailing, showing exactly what frames are missing at this particular scene and the duplicated frames. Now, if you follow my channel, then you already know that I posted that entire interview on my channel. You can check it out at the link up here somewhere. The great thing about it is, as I said at the top of this video, Arrow Video finally took notice and released a statement acknowledging the issue and a hopeful replacement program to be announced soon. However, I want to make something very, very clear. Very clear. Outside of this 1 and 2 minute, I want to say hiccup, this doesn't mean that the 4K restoration is a waste. It doesn't mean it's a complete dud. Not at all. In fact, this is a really beautiful looking UHD. But how does it hold up to the previously 2018 Arrow Blu-ray in picture and audio quality? Well, let's find out. And as usual, I have some screenshots here so you can compare the two formats. As soon as I popped in this 4K UHD disc, I noticed right away the major upticks in clarity is vastly improved. Now the colors are richer and brighter and healthier than ever before on any home media format. And the HDR comes in swinging with more lifelike grounded colors that at times really pop. It has deeper black levels, richer blacks with very, very minor to zero crush or digital noise. I still notice some crushing here and there, but not nearly as bad as the Blu-ray. The shadow nuances are also much, much better than any previous Blu-ray, including the 2018 Arrow Blu-ray. Details are also sharper from clothing, furniture, the World War I trench scene, and the future interrogation scenes, all very nicely detailed and absolutely looks phenomenal. Whites are also more brilliant white. So yeah, all the way around, the color ranges are handled expertly well. The image stability is taken care of and looks great. Another big improvement is with the skin tones. Previously released Blu-rays, including the Arrow Video Blu-ray, the skin tones looked either slightly pinkish or reddish. I mean, as you can see here, the differences are pretty obvious between the 2018 Blu-ray and this new UHD, fixing the skin tones, making them look much more naturalistic. Also, the grain structure is better resolved. It still spikes here and there at times, but it's nothing compared to the earlier Blu-ray releases. Now, come here for a second. I got to tell you something here, because I need to point something out. I have a feeling when some watch this UHD disc, they're going to start complaining that the images look rather soft and not much depth to it. Also, that the details fluctuate from shot to shot, meaning where one shot will look clear and great, and the next shot looks fuzzy or almost like a dream state look. Well, this is not. I repeat, this is not because of a poor or shoddy UHD transfer. This is exactly the way the film was intended to look. You can find out for yourself. Terry Gilliam has stated in some interviews that he had a very, very specific design and look for the film, and he created certain shots here and there to look different from one shot to the next, to give the audience a surreal, dreamlike experience. So again, this is the intention of the filmmakers and has nothing to do with a bad transfer. So overall, with this 4K UHD HDR release, you're not going to be blown away by a robust, vibrant, bright experience. And while there are obvious upticks and improvements, I will say that if you're viewing this on a smaller screen, say 60 inch and smaller, you're probably not going to notice a lot of the improvements, a lot of the upticks. However, if you're watching this on a 65-inch and larger, this is where you're really going to see all the improvements the best. So honestly, if you have a smaller screen, I would probably give this one a pass and just stick with the Arrow Video Blu-ray. Now I want to get into the audio because I was disappointed. 12 Monkeys has no new audio tracks. It would have been great if Arrow Video remixed it to give it an Atmos track like they did with RoboCop. However, instead, this is just the same DTS HD 5.1 track from the 2018 Blu-ray and also includes the original stereo track. Honestly, it's not a bad soundtrack at all. This is really where 12 Monkeys hits a home run with. The 5.1 track has strong and active surrounds, but it does depend on the scene, such as the World War I trench scene sounds fantastic with bombs and mayhem just oozing out of the surround channels. The film's score also sounds terrific and robust and comes through all the surround channels. And the low ends, the bass levels sound really good as too, especially when they're utilized. Dialogue is crystal clear. I will say that one of the best scenes for the surround channels is when Bruce Willis is trapped in the isolation room and you start hearing sounds from up above going through each individual speakers of someone talking to him through the vents. So while this isn't an aggressive 5.1 audio mix, I will say that it does get the job done. So my score for 12 Monkeys 4K UHD from Arrow Video, I'm giving the video a 4.5 out of a 5 and the audio a 4 out of a 5. But as my daddy used to say, opinions are like belly buttons. Everyone has one. So give me your opinion. When you look at the two screenshots here between the Blu-ray and the 4K, which do you see looks better? Or do you see any improvement at all? Let me know down below in the comments. Well, I want to give a quick shout out to Arrow Video for sending this copy to us to review. And I also want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to spend a few minutes here with us with this comparison review. Keep an eye out for our new show called Physical Media Coast to Coast, which airs every Wednesday here on this channel, where me and my co-host Dan, we talk about physical media, our love for physical media. We have some viewer mailbag, viewer questions and letters that come in that we answer. So check that out every Wednesday. So subscribe if you haven't already, and remember to hit that notification bell to be notified when new videos drop. As always, keep doing your part in keeping physical media alive, and I'll see you next time.